Tragedy has just struck in the Grand Canyon. Renowned for its breathtaking views, this tourist site also harbors hidden perils. After the recent shocking incident, park officials warned all visitors sternly. The unsettling event has sparked significant safety concerns, prompting the park to urgently remind everyone about the risks and the need for caution while exploring this stunning yet treacherous place. Join us on a thrilling episode as we delve into the terrifying incident that shocked everyone. Tragedy in the Grand Canyon. Known for its breathtaking natural beauty, the Grand Canyon attracts millions of visitors yearly due to its awe-inspiring views and challenging terrain. It is one of the most popular tourist destinations globally, captivating visitors with its vast expanses and majestic landscapes. However, following a recent tragic incident, officials at the park have taken a proactive step by warning all visitors sternly. This serves as a reminder of the potential dangers associated with exploring such rugged terrain and emphasizes the importance of adhering to park regulations for the safety of all visitors. This tragic incident occurred on Thursday, August 1st, when a person attempting an illegal base jump lost their life, as confirmed by park officials. This marks the second fatality within 2 days at the national park. According to an official statement from the park, rangers were notified around 7:30 in the morning on Thursday about an individual attempting to base jump from Yavapai Point on the South Rim. Base jumping is a perilous form of parachuting where participants leap from fixed structures such as bridges or cliffs and carry significant risks. Base jumping gets its name from the 4 types of objects participants usually jump from: buildings, antennas, spans like bridges or natural cliffs. Because of the high risks involved, base jumping is strictly prohibited throughout Grand Canyon National Park. This extreme sport poses dangers not only to participants, but also to the delicate natural environment of the park. Therefore, park regulations strictly enforce the ban to ensure visitor safety and preserve the park's beauty. When Grand Canyon rangers arrived at the rim of Yavapai Point, they discovered the jumper's body approximately 500 feet below them. According to park officials, the jumper's parachute had been deployed, indicating an attempt at a safe landing, but tragically, he did not survive the fall. The day after the incident, recovery teams successfully made their way down to retrieve the man's body from where it had fallen. Using a helicopter, they transported the body to the rim of the canyon. Both the Coconino County Medical Examiner's Office and the National Park Service have initiated an investigation into the incident. Currently, authorities have not released the man's identity to the public. A day before this incident, a 20-year-old college student's body was found after he fell from the rim of the Grand Canyon, which is approximately 1/4 mile west of Pipe Creek Overlook. Rangers found Abel Joseph Mejia, 20, of Hickory, North Carolina, below the rim, according to the federal government agency. Park rangers received a report that a visitor fell from the Grand Canyon's rim about 400 meters west of Pipe Creek Overlook, a scenic lookout with expansive views of the canyon. Rangers immediately rushed to the scene and found the body of Abel Joseph Mejia. He had fallen the equivalent of 37 stories into the canyon. Mr. Mejia was near the edge of the rim when he suffered an accidental fall, the National Park Service said in a release on Thursday. An investigation into the incident is being conducted by the National Park Service and the Coconino County Medical Examiner's Office. According to National Park Service data, there were 205 fatal falls across the entire park system from 2014 to 2019. 14 of those deaths happened at Grand Canyon National Park. On average, about 34 people die from falls in national parks each year. At Grand Canyon National Park, which millions of people have visited annually for decades, 14 died in the same period. Photographing, which accounted for 4 of those deaths, ranked as the most lethal recreational activity at the park, according to the data. Following these incidents, the officials have decided to ban any base activities in the Grand Canyon. Some have speculated that the attraction site is cursed, That's why so many terrible incidents have happened there. Here are some unimaginable accidents, tragedies, and mysteries that can change how people see what seems like a peaceful and relaxing place. The canyon's unsolved mysteries. In a time when people admired brave adventurers, newlyweds Glenn and Bessie Hyde faced the Grand Canyon's rapids in the winter of 1928. Glenn Hyde had some background in river running, having previously navigated the Salmon and Snake Rivers in Idaho alongside Cap Gulake, an experienced river guide back in 1926. This experience gave Glenn a solid understanding of river travel, though he was still learning. On the other hand, Bessie Hyde was relatively new to river adventures and lacked extensive experience. In October 1928, the Hydes traveled to Green River, Utah. There, Glenn took on the task of building his boat. He crafted a 20-foot wooden sweep scow, a type of boat commonly used by river runners in Idaho during that era. This boat was designed to handle the challenging conditions of river travel, reflecting Glenn's ambition and skills in river running. On October 20, 1928, Glenn and Bessie Hyde embarked on their honeymoon adventure, exploring the Green and Colorado rivers. Their journey was not just a romantic getaway, but also a bold quest for achievement. Glenn aimed to break the speed record for traveling through the Grand Canyon, a challenge requiring skill and daring. Additionally, he wanted Bessie to make history as the first documented woman to navigate the Grand Canyon, adding a significant milestone to their adventure. This trip combined their celebration with a remarkable goal, blending their honeymoon with a daring and ambitious expedition. When news about their disappearance broke, newspapers nationwide quickly started reporting on the newlyweds, who were supposed to set world records but seemed to have completely vanished. The story of Glenn and Bessie Hyde became a major news topic, capturing the public's imagination as their thrilling adventure turned into a mysterious disappearance. Despite their ambitious plans and the excitement surrounding their journey, it seemed they had disappeared without a trace, leaving everyone wondering what had happened to them. What would become one of the biggest searches in the history of the Grand Canyon failed to turn up a single clue as to what occurred. Lots of speculation ensued, from the Hydes being butchered by Native Americans to drowning. Yet in the end, their fate remains a mystery. Among the many unfortunate events that the Grand Canyon has seen, such as suicides, animal attacks, falls from the edge, and lightning strikes, perhaps the most disturbing are the numerous brutal murders of unsuspecting visitors. These violent crimes stand out as particularly unsettling, overshadowing even the other tragic incidents that have occurred in this vast and rugged landscape. In January 1977, the bodies of Michael and Charlotte Sherman were discovered after having been shot execution-style. In 2006, swimmers discovered the body of 34-year-old Japanese tourist Tomomi Hanamura below a waterfall. She had been stabbed 29 times, reminiscent of the murder of 30-year-old Kim Kwanimtewa, who was stabbed to death at the south rim of the canyon several years earlier. 13-year-old Justin Richardson was last seen during the summer of 2001. Coconino County officials say that the teen had reportedly hiked into the woods near the Grand Canyon with friends, became separated, and was never located. He was last seen wearing a Chicago Bulls jersey, according to the National Center for Missing and Exploited Children. Coconino County Sheriff's officials told a local news site, Williams Grand Canyon News, in 2018, that officials believe he was the victim of homicide even though he had run away from home in the past. Some evidence was recovered by a cold case unit showing that he returned to Moki Lodge after he was last seen. Though it's not uncommon for national parks to have their share of homicides, the Grand Canyon is particularly accustomed to horrendous slayings, many of which remain unsolved. Of all the bizarre stories of things that have happened in the Grand Canyon, the most bizarre are those that don't end with someone dying. Strange things discovered at the Grand Canyon. The Grand Canyon is renowned for its blend of strangeness and wonder. This immense canyon stands as an international icon, Celebrated for its breathtaking vistas and geological marvels that captivate visitors from across the globe. As one of the United States' most famous national parks, Grand Canyon National Park has supported numerous fascinating and mysterious discoveries. Its vast expanses and intricate rock formations continue to intrigue scientists, adventurers, and curious minds alike, inviting exploration and sparking the imagination with each new revelation and historical find. From ancient artifacts and unusual rock formations to rare animal species, the Grand Canyon has presented many unusual and inexplicable phenomena, like the Cave of the Domes. Nestled in the canyon is an exceptional subterranean cave system known as the Cave of the Domes, among the most exciting discoveries in the Grand Canyon. The cave features remarkable domes that evolved over millions of years as the limestone walls were eroded. These domes are distinguished by the buildup of mineral deposits on the cave ceiling, resulting in their distinctive appearance. Tourists flock to the Cave of the Domes to witness the unique geological formations of the Grand Canyon. Guided tours are available, and the cave has reopened, allowing visitors to delve into the history and science underpinning this captivating natural phenomenon. Some of the mysteries found in the canyon include the unknown ancient footprints. Ancient fossil from over 1 million years ago. While hiking in Grand Canyon National Park in 2016, hikers made an unexpected discovery. They found unusual footprints left by ancient creatures that once walked in the area long ago. These footprints are incredibly old, dating back approximately 313 million years. This makes them the oldest footprints ever uncovered in the Grand Canyon, revealing a fascinating glimpse into the distant past of this remarkable landscape. According to a recent study, these ancient tracks provide valuable insights into the early inhabitants of the Grand Canyon, highlighting the deep and ancient history of this awe-inspiring natural wonder. The circumstances surrounding the discovery of these ancient footprints are even more fascinating than they initially seem. The footprints were found on Bright Angel Trail, but how they came to light is particularly serendipitous. The fossilized footprints were discovered on the side of a large boulder recently tumbled down from a nearby cliff. This falling boulder inadvertently revealed a cross-section of the Monocacha. The formation is a layer of rock that dates back approximately 315 million years. This rock layer had remained hidden and undisturbed until the boulder exposed it. The accidental exposure allowed these ancient footprints to be uncovered, providing a rare and valuable glimpse into the distant past of the Grand Canyon. This chance discovery has offered scientists a unique opportunity to study one of the earliest known footprints in this remarkable natural setting. If the cliff had not collapsed and caused the boulder to fall, hikers would never have encountered it on the Bright Angel Trail. As a result, the ancient footprints on the boulder might have remained hidden and unnoticed forever. This chance event was crucial for uncovering these remarkable fossils. Now that the footprints have been discovered, researchers have the valuable opportunity to study them closely. By analyzing these ancient tracks, scientists can learn about the type of animal that made them. This is particularly interesting because the area where the footprints were found was once a dune, not the rocky surface it is today. The discovery allows scientists to gain insights into the environment and wildlife that existed millions of years ago, providing a fascinating glimpse into the distant past. On the ancient dune, researchers discovered 2 distinct sets of footprints left by basal amniotes. These are among the earliest known 4-limbed animals and may represent some of the earliest members of the reptile family tree. The first set of footprints displays a unique and recognizable pattern where the tracks drift sideways. This particular pattern suggests that the animal was using a walking method called a lateral sequence gait. This type of movement involves the animal placing its legs in a specific sequence, which is especially useful for moving across sloped or uneven surfaces like the dune. As the animal climbed the incline of the dune, its movement left behind these distinctive footprints, providing valuable insights into the behavior and movement of these ancient creatures. The vast and enormous oddity is one of the most popular stories covering the canyon, the Great Unconformity. While there are various myths surrounding the Grand Canyon, the Great Unconformity is a geological feature observed in the Grand Canyon and other regions worldwide where millions or billions are absent of years of rock layers in the geological record, creating a significant discontinuity in the rock sequence. Within the Grand Canyon, the Great Unconformity can be found between the ancient Vishnu schist, which dates back over 1,700,000,000 years, and the Tapetes sandstone, which is approximately 525 million years old. The missing rock layers represent a crucial part of Earth's history, and the causes behind this gap remain a topic of ongoing research and debate. Just another one of the many inexplicable things about the Grand Canyon. There is currently no widely accepted explanation for the Great Unconformity among geoscientists. Some hypotheses have been proposed. It is widely accepted that a combination of more than one event may have caused such an extensive phenomenon. One example is a significant glaciation event during the Neoproterozoic, starting around 720 million years ago. This is also when a significant glaciation event known as Snowball Earth occurred. Snowball Earth periods covered almost the entire planet with ice. The areas that underwent glaciation were approximately those where the Great Unconformity is today. When glaciers move, they drag and erode sediment away from the underlying rock. This would explain how a large section of rock was taken away from widespread areas around the same time. With the mystery surrounding this canyon, another fascinating discovery is found in the Deep Canyon, the mysterious tunnel. Deep within the Grand Canyon, hidden caves are not visible to the public and are even unknown to most scientists. A team of scientists embarked on an exciting mission to explore these secret, less-known parts of the canyon. They aimed to uncover new findings and learn more about these mysterious areas. To their astonishment, their discoveries went far beyond their most ambitious expectations, revealing incredible and unexpected features within the hidden caverns of the Grand Canyon. Deep within one of these secret caves, scientists made a remarkable discovery: a hidden basement that had been completely isolated and untouched for centuries. This basement had remained concealed from the outside world for a long time, and its pristine condition made it an extraordinary find. The basement's untouched state provided a unique and invaluable glimpse into a distant past, almost like uncovering a perfectly preserved time capsule. This discovery offered scientists a rare opportunity to study and understand ancient history in a way that had never been possible before, revealing details and artifacts hidden for hundreds of years. The basement was filled with a variety of relics. There were ancient tools that seemed to belong to a civilization much older than anyone had imagined, manuscripts with unknown symbols that hinted at a complex language or form of communication. Biological specimens such as plant remains and animal bones were also found preserved by the cool, dry conditions of the basement. Each item seemed to contain a piece of a large puzzle that could reveal secrets about the people who once lived in the Grand Canyon. The discovery was both thrilling and overwhelming for the scientists. The ancient tools they dug up were far more than just basic or ancient objects. They were intricately designed and demonstrated remarkable craftsmanship. Some tools were intended for practical purposes like hunting or farming, with their specific functions relatively straightforward. However, other tools were more enigmatic, and their uses were not immediately obvious, leaving researchers to speculate about their possible functions. These tools' remarkable detail and sophistication suggested that the people who made them had highly advanced skills and a deep understanding of their craft. The level of artistry and precision involved in creating these artifacts indicated a culture with significant technical knowledge and expertise. This discovery provided a fascinating glimpse into the advanced capabilities of the ancient people who lived so long ago, revealing their impressive abilities and offering new insights into their way of life. The manuscripts discovered were even more captivating. They were written in a completely unknown script, which made them particularly intriguing. The content of these manuscripts holds crucial information that could provide insights into various aspects of the past. They might contain records of daily life, religious texts, or historical accounts, offering a window into the culture and practices of an ancient civilization. Scientists recognize that deciphering these manuscripts would be lengthy and complex, possibly taking many years to complete. Despite the challenge, the potential to uncover detailed knowledge about an ancient culture was too significant to overlook. The manuscripts offered a rare opportunity to gain a deeper understanding of a long-lost society, making an effort to interpret them a valuable and exciting endeavor. The biological specimens uncovered were an incredible source of information. The plant remains were particularly valuable, as they could help scientists determine what kinds of crops the ancient people cultivated. This information could provide insights into their agricultural practices and diet. In addition to the plant remains, the animal bones were equally significant. They could reveal which animals were hunted or domesticated by these early inhabitants, offering clues about their hunting methods, domestic animal practices, and overall lifestyle. Some of the specimens uncovered suggested the existence of species that are now extinct, which added an extra layer of fascination to the discovery. These ancient remains provided valuable insights into what the ecosystem of the Grand Canyon was like thousands of years ago. By studying these remnants, scientists gathered important clues about the types of plants and animals that once thrived in the region. This information allowed researchers to create a detailed picture of the environment and wildlife long before modern times. It helped them understand how the landscape and ecosystems of the Grand Canyon have changed over millennia. The extinct species indicated that the area's past was rich and diverse, giving scientists a deeper appreciation of the canyon's historical ecological significance. To study these artifacts, scientists used advanced carbon dating technology that helped them determine the age of the items, confirming that some were more than 4,000 years old. This made the discovery even more significant, pushing back the timeline of human occupation in the Grand Canyon several millennia. High-resolution scanners and X-ray machines allowed the team to examine the artifacts in detail without damaging them. This technology revealed hidden markings and features that the naked eye might have missed. With these remarkable discoveries, scientists began to formulate theories about the origin and significance of the artifacts they had uncovered. One prominent theory proposed that these items might belong to a previously unknown civilization that existed long before any other known societies in the Grand Canyon region. According to this theory, the civilization that created these artifacts could have been highly advanced, with the capability to craft sophisticated tools and produce intricate manuscripts. This suggests that the ancient people who once lived in this area had advanced technological skills and a complex understanding of their world, far beyond what was previously imagined. The artifacts offered a glimpse into a forgotten era, potentially revealing a culture with advanced knowledge and practices that had been lost to history until now. Another possibility was that the artifacts belonged to a well-documented culture, but represented a level of technological and cultural achievement that had been lost or forgotten over time. This could mean that the ancient inhabitants of the Grand Canyon were much more advanced than previously thought. The biological specimens suggested a deep connection between these ancient people and their environment. By studying plant remains, scientists could learn about ancient agricultural practices, and animal bones could reveal what types of animals were important to their diet and daily life. This information would help build an image of how these ancient people lived, what they ate, and how they survived in the harsh conditions of the Grand Canyon. The discovery also raised many questions. How did these people thrive in such a challenging environment? What caused their civilization to disappear? Could there be more hidden sites like this waiting to be discovered? The scientists knew that answering these questions would take years of research, but the journey had just begun. The Grand Canyon is a remarkable historical site and an impressive geological wonder. It stretches approximately 277 miles, reaches up to 18 miles in width, and plunges more than a mile deep. This vast canyon was shaped over millions of years by the powerful Colorado River, which carved through the landscape and exposed various rock layers. These layers, some dating back nearly 2 billion years, reveal a rich and extensive geological history. The Grand Canyon's immense size and the ancient rocks it displays make it a fascinating and significant natural landmark. These rock layers provide a detailed record of the Earth's geological history, making the Grand Canyon a key site for geologists because the Grand Canyon's unique geological formations have played a crucial role in preserving ancient artifacts. With so many questions raised and scientists' theories, there are different beliefs in the biblical world. The canyon connection to the Bible. Although this theory lacks scientific evidence, it continues to captivate public interest and keeps the discovery prominently featured in the news. The Bible is known for its numerous references to significant geological events that involve dramatic alterations to the Earth's landscape. These events often include massive floods, powerful earthquakes, and the formation of mountains and valleys. One of the most famous geological events described in the Bible is Noah's flood, as detailed in the book of Genesis. According to this ancient text, Noah's flood was a catastrophic event that submerged the entire earth underwater. The flood is said to have reshaped the land, creating new landscapes and destroying all forms of life, except those who were saved on Noah's Ark. This account is one of the most well-known stories involving dramatic changes to the Earth's surface and continues to be a subject of fascination and debate. Some speculate that the Grand Canyon, known for its immense size and breathtaking landscapes, might be connected to the dramatic events described in the Bible. They propose that such an enormous and intricate geological formation could have been created by a significant earth-changing event similar to those mentioned in biblical stories. One theory proposed by some biblical scholars is that the formation of the Grand Canyon might be linked to events like Noah's flood. According to this theory, the flood described in the Bible, supposedly covering the entire earth, could have led to massive water runoff. This immense water flow might have carved out the deep canyons and vast valleys, including the Grand Canyon, as it moved across the land and reshaped the Earth's surface. Such ideas connect ancient scriptural accounts with geological phenomena, suggesting that the Grand Canyon's creation could be attributed to the same tragic events described in biblical narratives. One idea is that water completely covered the land during the flood and began to drain away after the rain stopped. The immense rushing water could have swiftly eroded the land, carving out the deep and expansive Grand Canyon we see today. According to this theory, water's powerful and continuous movement over the landscape played a crucial role in shaping the canyon's dramatic features. Supporters of this theory highlight the layers of sediment and rock visible in the Grand Canyon as key evidence. They argue that these layers appear to have been deposited rapidly during a catastrophic event rather than over a long period. The sudden and massive deposition of these materials reflects the intense and swift environmental changes caused by the flood, supporting the idea that such an event could have created the Grand Canyon's distinctive and grand scale. Another interpretation is that the Grand Canyon could have formed after the flood as water continues to reshape the land. This view suggests that the intense geological activity described in the Bible, including earthquakes and volcanic eruptions, could have contributed to the canyon's formation. The idea is that these events created the conditions necessary for the canyon to form quickly rather than excessively millions of years, as most geologists believe. These explanations from biblical scholars are often associated with a broader belief system known as young Earth creationism. This perspective maintains that the Earth is only a few thousand years old, based on a literal interpretation of the Bible. According to young Earth creationists, many of the Earth's geological features, such as mountains, valleys, and canyons, were formed rapidly during significant events described in the Bible, like Noah's flood. They argue that instead of the slow, gradual processes suggested by mainstream science, these dramatic events caused significant changes to the Earth's surface quickly. For example, they believe that the flood described in the Bible could have rapidly reshaped the land, creating large geological formations quickly rather than over millions of years. Modern science views the formation of the Grand Canyon through a different lens. Geologists and other scientists believe that the canyon was formed over millions of years through a combination of geological processes. The main force behind the creation of the canyon is the Colorado River, which has been carving its way through the rock for approximately 5 to 6 million years, according to this scientific perspective. The formation of the Grand Canyon began with the uplift of the Colorado Plateau. This uplift caused the Colorado River to flow faster, and the river cut deeper into the rock. Over millions of years, the river gradually wore away at the rock layers, slowly carving out the steep walls and intricate formations we see in the Grand Canyon today. This erosion process happened very slowly, as the river cut through and removed rock layers over a long period. Each layer of rock in the canyon represents a different time in Earth's history, and together they tell the story of how the landscape evolved over the ages. The varying rock layers within the canyon serve as a record of these different periods, showing how the environment changed over time. Scientists rely on several forms of evidence to support their understanding of how the Grand Canyon was formed. They study fossil records to learn about past life forms and how they relate to the rock layers. Radiometric dating is used to determine the age of the rocks, giving precise information about when each layer was deposited. Examining the sediment layers provides insights into the conditions and processes that shaped the canyon. These scientific methods work together to confirm that the Grand Canyon's formation resulted from a long-term, gradual erosion rather than a sudden event. These methods provide a timeline that supports the idea of the Grand Canyon being shaped by gradual erosion over millions of years rather than being formed by a single massive event. According to this view, the canyon's features developed slowly over a long period due to consistent and gradual processes. The ongoing debate between interpreting biblical accounts and understanding scientific evidence reflects a larger discussion about the relationship between science and religion. Some people believe that science and the Bible can coexist harmoniously. They see biblical stories as metaphorical or symbolic, offering moral or spiritual lessons rather than literal accounts of historical events. This perspective allows for a harmonious integration of scientific findings with religious beliefs. In contrast, others believe the Bible provides a more accurate record of Earth's history. They argue that the biblical account of events, such as a global flood, accurately depicts past occurrences and challenges scientific explanations, suggesting gradual processes over millions of years. This perspective often conflicts with scientific interpretations, emphasizing a literal reading of religious texts as opposed to scientific theories of geological formation. Thanks for watching. See you in the next video.